Have you ever met someone who always seems to stand out, has a lot of confidence, and lives unencumbered by other people's opinions? Perhaps you are observing a man of great value, a man who knows how to live a life of purpose, understands his worth, and refuses to get caught up in external comparisons and expectations. As the wise words of the philosopher Stoicism go, it is not what happens to us, but how we respond to it that plays a major role in shaping who we are. As we discuss the 10 things that high-priced men don't do, the question is, how can we adopt a philosophy of life that allows us to thrive without being affected by comparisons and opinions of others? Let's explore together and discover the keys to becoming a high-value man in our daily lives. 1. Not making excuses or complaining. A man of high value is a doer, not a complainer. He knows that complaining or making excuses will not bring about change. Instead, he takes responsibility for his actions and results. A high-worth man understands that in order to achieve something, he must put in the effort himself without complaining or blaming others. The key to his success lies in his attitude of not making excuses and his positive attitude towards challenges. By focusing energy on positive actions and solutions rather than complaining, he creates a productive and constructive environment. Be like a high-value man who always knows when to take action rather than dwelling on complaints that accomplish nothing. 2. Not comparing yourself to others. In a world full of diversity, there are high-value men who are interesting and real. They are not individuals who get caught up in endless comparisons with others. Comparing oneself only brings false happiness, fostering jealousy and inferiority. Being stuck in this cycle only results in failure, as there is always someone more successful. High-value men understand that comparing themselves is a huge waste of time. They focus on being the best version of themselves and follow their goals without caring about what others are doing. The adverse effect of constantly comparing oneself is that it creates envy and bitterness, which hinders personal growth. High-value men know that they don't need to prove themselves to anyone, but rather concentrate on being the best version of themselves. This is what makes them unique and powerful, freeing themselves from the burden of unproductive comparisons. 3. Doesn't care about other people's opinions. A high-priced man has a charming indifference to the opinions of others. They are not bound to society's expectations, but rather live according to their personal values and standards. Their true appeal lies in the courage to be unique, embrace differences, and be comfortable with oneself. They are not swayed by the desire to satisfy others or follow social norms. High-value men dare to express themselves without fear of others' judgment. They lead their lives according to their own set of rules, without letting external opinions steer their direction. The key lies in positive indifference, allowing them to be authentic and attractive to others. 4. Open-minded. High-priced men are known for their open and humble attitude. They don't get caught up in the arrogance of knowledge and humbly admit that it's impossible to know everything. Their humility makes them more interesting, inspiring a desire to learn from others. They don't try to appear as experts on everything, but rather build relationships by respecting the expertise of others. Unlike those who try to be arrogant, high-value men face uncertainty with courage and ask questions when necessary. They know that being authentic and humble is much more attractive than presenting themselves as arrogant experts. By being open, they create a welcoming and friendly environment where people feel comfortable sharing knowledge. It's not about showing intelligence, but about fostering closeness and mutual growth. 5. Does not criticize or demean others. Highly valued men are individuals who know how to treat others. They never criticize or put down anyone, as they value every individual regardless of background or achievements. These men don't get caught up in false pride. Their confidence is rooted in real achievements, not in a false view that they are better than others. They understand the importance of a humble attitude and recognize that everyone has unique value and contributions. Correspondingly, high-value men always speak and act with respect, conscious of their body language and tone of voice. They build trust through honesty, setting a positive example without the need to dehumanize others. These qualities make them well-liked and respected by their surroundings. 6. Not seeking acceptance. In today's reality, high-priced men are not acceptance seekers. They act without expecting recognition or approval from others. Real men of high value don't seek applause or validation because they understand the truth that good actions are done not for praise, but because it is the right thing to do. They are leaders who set the example, doing the right thing without being asked, without conditions, and without expectations. In the midst of an ever-changing world, high-value men maintain their integrity and are not swayed by negative opinions. They show that courage is about living according to personal values, not to satisfy everyone, because at the end of the day, the path chosen is their own. 7. Not trying to satisfy everyone. Being a high-value man is not about satisfying everyone, but rather about spreading wings towards freedom. A high-value man understands that every step on his path is a personal choice that cannot be understood by everyone. He is unencumbered by negative opinions, allowing his heart to follow the flow of his personal desires and goals. In a world filled with stumbling blocks, a man of high value knows his chosen path is his own. They focus on their dreams without being lulled by the dissonance of others. Life is a stage, and they stand on it not seeking approval, but rather courageously following their chosen path. 8. Knowing your own worth. A man of high value knows his own worth. He is like the sun that shines without seeking the sky's approval. Although generous, he does not allow himself to be trampled on. As an individual who knows his self-worth, he is assertive when people try to take advantage of him. She is not a piece of paper that anyone can use. His generous nature does not mean he is easy to take advantage of, as he recognizes manipulation from afar. This man has boundaries that cannot be crossed, and he stands tall like a solid mountain. His presence provides a lesson on recognizing self-worth, that giving is not the same as being a victim. In his firmness, he not only maintains his own integrity, but also provides inspiration for others to stand firm and value themselves. That is the power of a man of high worth, who not only gives, but also understands when to say no. 9. Know when to shut up. Silence is an art mastered by high-priced men. In the look in his eyes, there is wisdom that teaches that sometimes words don't need to be spoken. They know when to maintain silence, such as when facing situations where others are trying to take advantage of them. In their silence, a hidden, unshakable strength emerges. They do not allow themselves to fall victim to the games of others. Instead, they set boundaries with their resolute silence. Silence is not weakness, but rather a manifestation of inner strength that says, "I know my worth, and I will not allow myself to be played." In a world that is often noisy with empty words, the wisdom of men of high worth speaks out through silence, forming a powerful narrative of courage and unspoken wisdom. 10. Living in the moment. In living life, high-value men understand the essence of time. While many people use the weekend for fun, they see it as an opportunity to get ahead. When others sleep, they wake up early, ready to make the most of every second. For them, living for the moment is not just a slogan, but a lifestyle. They seek a balance between work and play, not letting work consume them completely. Their uniqueness lies in the ability to savor every moment and take steps towards the future. High-worth men don't just live for the weekend, they live for today, with determination and wisdom. Being a high-value man is not just a label, it's a liberating lifestyle. Stop comparing, leave behind the desire to satisfy everyone. Remember, we are the architects of our own lives. In every silence we are strong. Let's appreciate our own value, not only giving but also knowing when to say no. Living in the moment is key. Don't let time pass you by. Well, what do you think? Do you feel like a high-value man? Share your story in the comments, like if you agree, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiration. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next content.